afterwards. There you go. Good afternoon, everybody. So for those who don't know me, my name is Rian, and I am pretty sure at least 95% of you in this training somewhere will be in my business, whether you're on my level 1, 2, 3, 4, or even beyond 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, up to 2025. You are somehow connected to me, and this is what I do for my leg. I do the training for them. I do the webinars. We try to do them once a day at least. This coming week is going to be difficult because Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday night I've got engagements. So I'm going to do daytime webinars Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I am speaking to one of our other legs to see if we can fit in with their evening webinar. So you could possibly have 2 webinars a day next week, one in the daytime, one in the evening time. All right. So what I want to emphasize is a few things that Franz mentioned on Thursday evening. And I am forever grateful for many of the things that he said. And I'm going to start off with what to me is the most important. And that is, why did you join Bitcoin Wise? Did you join Bitcoin Wise just to, get 10 Rand because somebody says yes to the business, or 5 Rand on your level 2, or 50 Rand because they use your link? Or was there a bigger picture? Now, for me, when I joined Bitcoin was obviously for people to say, yes, they're into the business. That is kind of the immediate money, because immediately next week, Friday, I can get paid 60 Rand or 10 Rand or 5 Rand or 500 Rand, depending how many people said yes. But the bigger picture is about spending. And I've now had 2 months where I get on the 7th of the month. Last month, we got it on the 5th already, where I got paid for the monthly spend of my team and myself. Obviously, the first month was very small because we kind of only started mid-April towards the end of April, so that was small. But then for May, I thought, wow, that's going to be a nice month, because I'm almost like probably by now over 1,000 people in my network. And I thought it's going to be a nice amount. And I was pleasantly surprised to see how low it was, which to me says people are not using their wallets. And I have to ask myself, if you join this business, why are you not using your wallet? Because that is the big picture. And what I found is a load of people, they just try and get people into the business, but they themselves have never used their own wallet. And how do you promote something, or how do you tell people about something? How do you get excited about something if you yourself have never used your wallet? If you don't know what it feels like to pay with a 168, if you don't know what it feels like to get home and tell somebody, look, this packet of sugar I bought with 168, my fuel was 168, And this is where I think we're heading in the right direction, where France and the legal team, they are setting up some conditions and stuff that if you join this business and if you don't use your wallet, hello, Frikkie, if you don't use your wallet, you can be taken out the business after 3 strikes. And I am extremely excited about that, because if you're not using your wallet, you are basically boycotting this entire system. Because the fuel of Bitcoin is what? Transaction fees. And that can only be, we can only get transaction fees if we go shopping. So I have been speaking to Dave, my upline, about this. And I know there's, I think, Tiffany or somebody else in here. We've been having conversations where we actually want to say to France, put in a minimum spend. And if you don't even have a minimum spend, you should also get a strike. Because there's no point just spending 1 cent a month, to try and jump out the system. If you join this business, the goal is to start using your wallet straight away. Fund your wallet. Even before you tell people, you fund your wallet with 10 Rand. Make sure it works. Yes, it works. Right now you put in 100 Rand or 500 or 1,000 or whatever. Like one of my customers, 12,000. One shot. Just for take a lot. That's just his hobby, right? That's not groceries and petrol and all that kind of stuff. He's using the system to its fullest. I'm using the system to its fullest. My brother from Bloemfontein was here this weekend, And he's like, let's go to Spar. I said, no, we don't go to Spar. We're going to ShopRite. He's like, but we want to get some stuff from Spar. I said, I don't care what you want. We're getting it from ShopRite. It's just next door because they take 168. Okay. I don't buy if there's no 168 payment method at a shop. And it's a habit that we need to get into. And I can't wait for France to launch this whole thing where people, if they don't use their wallet, strike one, strike two, strike three, out. And let's put somebody in the business who wants to spend with a wallet. There's no point coming into this business if you're not going to try and use the wallet. And even like my brother today, we did he's in the business and we tried to do some numbers and stuff. And he's still like, with F&B, he gets a load of what they call it, something from his bank. And I'm like, yeah, but how much do you actually get? Let's do the calculations, because he's never sat with me where I actually could show him the calculations. And he's like, tomorrow I'm putting 3,000 Rand over to a VoucherWarehouse from tomorrow. He's going to pay his water and lights because he was just doing it from his computer. And this is, sometimes we have to speak to our people about this. But if you're not using it, how do you speak to your people about this? How do you get excited if you're not using the product yourself? So kudos to France that's going to bring this in. And I hope he launches this as soon as yesterday, that people, if they don't use their wallet, they will be taken out the business. 3 strikes and you're out. So thank goodness for that. That is the only way we will get 11,000 people using their wallets in our matrix. Absolutely. Absolutely, Natasha. I tell you now, if I look at the pay that I got last month and I did the calculation more or less, the maths, it means everybody in my business spent 880 Rand with their wallet. Now, I know for a fact that some of my people were spending 2,000, 4,000, 10,000, 12,000. So how the hell do we get to 800? It means 80% of the people didn't use their wallets. Let's ask a question here, and it's not wrong or right or anything. I just want to get an idea. Who of you have not funded your wallet or used your wallet? If you don't want to say, it doesn't matter, just to get an idea, just to prove that we're not using it. Look, we are in the beginning, and there are loads of teething gooders. Let's put an 8 if you've never used your wallet before. Don't be shy. It doesn't matter. We're not going to kick you out the training. We're going to show you now how to use your wallet, because lots of people don't know how to use their wallet. This is why we do the training. Is anybody going to say no? Thank you, Nila. That's honest. I like that. All right. And we're going to change that, right? More people. There should be, I tell you now, of the 84 people, there should be at least 50 8s coming up. At least 50 would not have used their wallet. Last training, we did the same question, and it was just like 90% of the people said they haven't used it. Let's start using it. That is why you got into this business. Even before you tell anybody about this business, fund your wallet, use your wallet, go buy a chocolate, buy a coffee, do whatever. And you can show the people. I am still collecting. I'm still collecting. I always on the webinars, I show. This is usually this is now about 3 weeks. Now, just for today, I just took it out my wallet. Here's for today. 1, 2, 3, 4 purchases today, all with 168. Why? Because I use the system. I use wherever I go. Oh, yes, no. I use wherever I go, I use the system. Okay, so did about 6 transactions. Look at that. Leon joined last week, 6 transactions already. Petrol and then Spur today. And it's so easy. And yes, some of the places they like, oh, we don't use it. We don't know what it is. We don't, I don't care. We teach them what it is. Okay, we're gonna show them what it is. All right. So that was the one really nice thing that came out of the Thursday meeting. The other stuff is all these people that you bring in and they don't pay. Who of you've got red people? Heaps of you. You get all these red people. Some of them because you brought them in and then they say they're not going to pay, and others just appear. For some reason, they appear into your matrix. That is already part of some spillover formula where they just push them in, but it shouldn't really happen that way. They're going to start and fill up our matrix I don't want to say very soon. In the next 3 months, we're going to see some influx of people. I have 200 loaded, but couldn't use it at Pick and Pay yesterday. Kept declining. Should my 200 be under wallet or under voucher? It should be under your voucher. Okay. Yeah. And it should say 168. And like Namala saying, just collapse it again. Sometimes just collapse again. Or the person at the counter is not doing the right thing. They're trying to put it through as something when they should put it through as something else. Now, I have a document that circulates throughout the entire network, our network at least, that says if you get to Pick n Pay, especially Pick n Pay, what you need to tell them. Had to do it today again. VAS, mobile, smart banking. That's what they see on the screen. That's what they need to type. We tell them what to do because we already know they don't know. They're not getting training. And that makes us frustrated, or you can just stay cool and say to them, try this, see if it works, and it will work. Some of them just want to push voucher and it doesn't work at Pick n Pay. Some of them, there is a Sellbucks option, doesn't work. That's if you want to withdraw, they push Sellbucks. But if you want to pay with your voucher, it's smart banking, but there's 2 steps before that. So it's just how it is. We are still training these merchants. They're not all fluent in what needs to happen. KFC is super easy to use. Yes, I loaded 10 Rand. I need help to represent my password, Willie. So again, that there is on Sellbucks. There is a WhatsApp number at the back on the contact us. You are just going to send them a WhatsApp and say, please reset my PIN. Okay. But you have to be on your phone, because whenever they do it, they're going to send you a 5-digit or 6-digit OTP, which you need to give back to them within 5 minutes. All right. So what is the other? Can I pay my Swana rates? Yes, absolutely, Brian, you can. And we do that via VoucherWarehouse. And we're going to discuss that today as well, because that is where a big spend can go through. If any of you are in Swane, Free State, Durban area, and you're paying your rates and taxes still on your computer or through your bank, whatever, stop doing it. Do it through VoucherWarehouse, because that's 2,000-3,000 Rand you're pushing through your wallet straight away. Okay. Try last 2 days at clicks. So, Anton, again, if that happens, we need to know which clicks, who is the person, who's the manager, location, mobile number or contact number, and we send that into Sellbucks. We'll send it to Dave, who will then send it to Sellbucks. All right. We need to follow up with these people. Clicks and Sellbucks has been in partnership for the last 10 years, at least. Every Clicks voucher that you've used in the past is a Sellbucks voucher. Sellbucks is doing the Clicks vouchers for Clicks. They know exactly who Sellbucks is. But you have to say SMS voucher. That's how they process the thing on their till. Otherwise, it does not go through. Okay. And you can pay Avon. Just speak to Dave. He knows how to pay Avon. Right. There's so many things we can pay. And ask the questions, but you guys need to get into the VoucherWarehouse WhatsApp group. Okay. Because that is where all these type of issues can be addressed, where you can get your vouchers. VoucherWarehouse is a blessing for us, because to pay your electricity, today again, I bought 650 Rand for electricity. I just swapped my gift card with the voucher loaded on there, and it was like a split second approved, done, 650 Rand spent. Right? So it's super, super easy. So all these red names, what we can do, and I know Franz said, yes, we can do it. I will still confirm with support. But after month end, so on the 1st of July, you can send a message to support and say, this name in my matrix is red. Please replace it with this name. And you have to give them all the details. I'm going to try first, before we start this entire process, to formalize with support what information do they need from us. And I will then circulate it through our entire, our business with all our business partners. You guys are all business partners, right? That's how we refer to you. So I want to make sure that when you say replace, that you give them all the information first time right, because otherwise it becomes a this way, that way, and it's just going to bottleneck again. So you can say, this person came into my matrix, it's red after month end. So we basically giving them a month. No, you're not giving them a month. You're giving them a month end. So as they started this week, and by tomorrow they haven't paid, next week we can ask for them to be removed. So as quickly as maybe a few days, because what Franz is saying is give them chance to get their salary at month end maybe, and for them to pay. So I would, sort of less from the 4th or 5th of July, I'm going to start sending them, these people need to get out of my matrix, replace them with these. but you have to have somebody ready. The only thing is the person that you want to put into that position needs to pay up front. You need to send the proof of payment with, let's say, the application of the replacement name. So I'm just going to use names here. I want to get Willem out because he's not paid. I want to put Salome in. So I'm going to tell them this Willem must get out because he's red. Salome must go in. And I want the proof of payment of Salome that she's paid at 200 Rand. And now she's in. Okay. And they will do in the back office. They're going to take Willem out and put Salome in that spot. Okay. And so we can start getting rid of all these red names. Okay. But don't worry, Willem has paid. Willem's got quite a big business. All right. I'm just using them because Willem and Salome is my level 1. So I know they won't mind if I use their names. Let me just see. Salome is sending me stuff here, but it's not such long stuff, so I'm not going to read it now. Salome, unless I have to. Do I have to? No. Okay, I'll read it later. She's like ping, 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 ping here on my phone. Okay, so that's good news. We can get rid of these red people. Okay. My strategy is when somebody says to me, give me a link, I'll literally get that. Give me the link. I'm like, what about good morning? Can I have the link? No, it's just like, give me the link. Okay. Then I write back to them and say, good morning, Pete, whatever your name is. Thank you for your eagerness. But can you confirm, have you attended at least one webinar? Do you know what the business is about? And have you got your 200 Rand ready to pay? And they have to, in writing, say yes, yes, and yes. Otherwise, I will not give them my link ever, unless you've attended a webinar, unless you can tell me you know what the business is about and you've got your 200 Rand ready. Okay. So try and implement a system where you do, I know it's exciting. Oh, somebody wants to sign up and you just give them your link. No. Keep your link until you know they know what the business is about and they know they've got it, or you know that they've got the 200 Rand ready. Okay. Let's see. When started to make a top up to the Netbank account, Absa fraud called me and stopped me from purchase top up voucher. Absa, interesting. We know Capitec doesn't like the Netbank account. So if your bank does that, don't worry. Use the net cash method. Okay. So Cellbucks has had that Netbank account for, it's not a new account even, it's an account that's been there, and it's just another Netbank account where we just put our money in, and Cellbucks has got a deposit holding license with Netbank. So the reason why this is happening is because the banks in the background can see a lot of money is going to this one account. We are 10,000 people, imagine. And people are putting in every day 10 Rand and then 100 Rand, and then a 500 Rand. And they get this warning because there's a lot of money going in there. And that's usually what happens with the scam accounts. People are pushing money into those accounts. This is not a scam account. All right. You can put your money in there. But if Absa has now said don't do it, just use the alt net cash thing and make sure you put the correct 20 digits in. But it's the first time I've heard that Absa caught you. But you can tell Absa is not fraud. Please put my money in. After all, it's your money. I want to pay them. All right. So I'm sure you can tell them. But Capitec is very stubborn. Another thing, if you struggle to get money into Netcash, into Cellbucks, just use a Time Bank account. It's free. Just open a Time Bank account. I've done it. I've tested it. It works 100%. It's cheaper, even with immediate payments. I only charge 1 Rand per immediate payment. And it's in there, like within 15 to 30 minutes, it's in there. Cellbucks and Netbank has got an arrangement where Netbank is doing 15-minute clearances. Every 15 minutes, Netbank will check if there's money to go to Cellbucks. Every 15 minutes. So if you do an immediate payment, it all depends how long it takes your bank to get it to Netbank. And on the next 15-minute cycle, it will be in your Cellbucks account. So this is awesome. If you're in Netbank, you don't have to do a immediate payment. I've tested even after hours. I didn't need to do an immediate payment. And within the 15-minute cycle, my money was in Cellbucks. So it is the new Netbank Cellbucks Netbank account is great. Anyway, so let's get back to the red people. Okay, that's where we started. So please start looking at your matrix, contact those people and tell them if they don't pay, if they don't want to be part of this business, they are going to get removed. And before we had to get permission from them to get them removed, but not anymore. We can remove them because by not paying, you're saying you don't want to be part of this business. You've literally just gone into a website, you put your name in there, and then you said, I don't want to be this, we want to be part of it, I'm not paying, so we take them out. Because some people even refuse to send a WhatsApp to say, please, I don't want to be part of this business, take me out. So we're doing it on their behalf now. If you don't pay, you're out. All right. So go through your matrix, start systematically in your front line, your second line, and start working through those names. Please don't take somebody out in your fourth line if you haven't spoken to the person in the third line under whom that person is. Maybe there's a reason why this person is red. Okay. So don't just take everybody out. Make sure this person is not going to pay maybe on Tuesday. No, we don't know what happens in people's lives. So yes, I want to replace all my red ones, but I will first try and contact them. I'll make sure the person, if they're in my fourth line, for instance, I will first contact the third line and just make sure. I see Peter's red under you. Is there a reason? If not, I'm going to replace that person. Have you got someone to replace him with? Otherwise, I'm replacing that person. Okay. Because my 4 levels belongs to me. But my fourth level also belongs to the third level person, which is also part of the second level. So we all part of a team. I don't want to take your mother out and your mother's just waiting for your stepdad to pay the 200 Rand type of thing. So let's just communicate with one another before we start destroying somebody's matrix here. Okay. What else was important that we need to know? Aborsa. You all heard about Aborsa, right? So Aborsa is bringing in, they say, 1 million people. That 1 million people is coming into our matrix, right? So it's going to France, into Dave, into us. All right. By the end of September, we should have a lot of people that infiltrated our system. There's the good and there's the bad. The good is you're going to get people into your matrix without you knowing these people, and hopefully they will spend. The bad is if this happens overnight and you haven't got, maybe you wanted your brother in or your sister or your child or your mother or your grandmother, and they're not in, they can't be there anymore. They're going to go somewhere else in your matrix. Okay. So this is why Franz said, if you've got people you want to get in your matrix, start doing it and get them in, right? Because once those spillover starts coming in, you can't go on top of them again. You will fall in wherever the end is. Okay, so make sure that you get your people in. We will benefit from spillovers. There's no doubt about that. But my personal feeling is don't wait for the spillover, because we know how these big organizations are. So Aborsa's, they say they will bring 1 million people. Maybe they bring 1,000, and the other 900 and odd people they bring next year, they will bring the 1 million, but maybe not as fast as what they say. I always say the proof is in the pudding. But believe you me, when I start seeing people infiltrating our system, I will very quickly on my WhatsApp group say, look, they are coming, right? And it will spread like wildfire. Put your people in, but don't wait. Okay. How will training and support from uplines be possible with the masses? You're not going to, because they are already being trained how to use Cellbucks and so forth. They're already been trained. So they're going to know how to spend with Cellbucks. That's the good thing. That's also part of the delay, but part of that is also they're upgrading the system to make sure that they can bring in the masses. All right. The whole registration thing is going to change. I don't know exactly how it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. Okay. Right, so see your lease, we'll get to that one now. Okay. What was I saying? What was I talking about? I was reading see your lease stuff here. Let me read it anyway. Can you please explain or help me? I did not receive my Cellbucks SMS with the OTP 5 digits, and it's been a month. My account is green, is activated. How do you fix that? So Lisa, did you click on the continue button when you did your first registration on the second page? Did you click on the continue button? Have you sent an SMS? Not SMS, have you sent a WhatsApp to Cellbucks at support? Has your upline sent you 1 cent? 3 questions. I want to hear yes, 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 no, no, yes, no, yes, right? There is a way that we can help your upline, your person who got you in, see you, Lisa. That person, did they send you a 1 cent? Did you get an SMS? Obviously, you should have gotten an SMS, because otherwise, where does it go to? The 1 cent will usually activate the account. Some mobile numbers, some cards, for some reason, they don't activate the actual wallet, in which case we do a 1 cent transfer, but from the wallet part, not the voucher part or something like this. Okay, there is a form, a document how we do that. All right. So that will activate. If not, you send sellbucks.com, you send them a WhatsApp and you ask them. Otherwise, Dave Dave has got a hospital 911 area where you can also ask, and sometimes Dave will do resets. He's not doing it as often anymore because people get the OTPs and then they run away and they don't give him the OTP, and he's wasting his time and people think that's their new PIN. And then they block themselves again. Right. Don't know how that works, but anyway, people just sometimes they don't think further. But anyway, they did even Benny tried to assist me, including Dave as well. Oh, okay. So you've had a lot of help. So next stop would be Sellbucks. They've got a WhatsApp number. Send them a WhatsApp. Okay. Because if you have received your SMS, it means your wallet is there. Okay. Unfortunately, we're not Sellbucks, but it's there. And you might be one of those that needs further investigations. I know there was one stage where there was 5 or 6 mobile numbers that they just could not get the wallet to activate. It's got nothing to do with Sellbox, anything. It's something to do with the network. That SIM, that specific SIM is not being allowed to connect itself with a wallet. Okay, but we can't fix that. That is you and Sellbox need to fix that. Alternatively, I don't know. Speak to Sellbucks. They're the only people that's going to advise you best how to get that activated between them and Dave. Okay. Right. What else was good news? Training. They're going to start. So head office, they will start doing training in the evenings. I don't know if it's going to start on Monday, but they said so at 6 o'clock, 6 p.m., Monday to Friday. 6 o'clock, and they said till 6:30. Now, I don't know what they're going to teach people in 30 minutes, but maybe it's just one topic at a time. I'm not sure, but it's going to start at 6 o'clock every weekday, maybe Monday to Thursday. I'm not sure about the Friday. So please try and attend those trainings. I've got no idea what the training's going to be, what format or anything, because they haven't started it yet. But I think it'd be whatever it is, we can always learn something. All right. That's the training part. What's the age limit to become a member? Breathable with an ID and with an own mobile number. Okay. How to make 3 vouchers into 1. We use a collapse. All right. So there is a document, a PDF out there that's called How to Convert to a 168 number. So you just collapse basically. We're going to go through that later on in this training session. Anyway, we'll go through all these different topics, Cooper. So don't worry, we're going to get there. But it's a collapse. Okay. What else was there? Put in the comments, Salome, Willem, who listened. I didn't make notes because my brother was here the whole weekend. I was going to make notes so I know what to tell you people. But to me, the main thing was, if you don't spend 3 strikes, you're out. And I'm so grateful for that. Oh, Ellerine's group has also signed contract. They're going to be on board soon, probably even before Massmart and Pepcor, because it seems like they are ready. Tuesday night, or Thursday night, when is the next one that France will speak to us? Thursday night. There's another petrol group, apparently, that he's going to announce that will be on board, especially for the people in the Cape, Eastern Western Cape, apparently. All right. So they're going to be there. So there's another petrol thingamabob. Okay. So we can use more. Let's see. What else was there? Because then we can go over to training. What else did they say? I'm so curious to hear who the petrol. It's one of those funny new names brands that's out there. I just can't remember. Willem will probably now remember. Oh yeah, Andres is right. They spoke about an app coming out for Android and Apple. I don't know, don't care. I'm happy with the web-based stuff. But yeah, apparently there's apps coming out. Oh, what they're going to do is in your back office in Bitcoin-wise, in the settings area, there's going to be a reset option. If you block yourself in Cellbucks, you'll be able to reset yourself to get back into Cellbucks. So that is going to be a massive, nice, great upgrade that's on its way. All right, so that's going to be good. We're looking forward to that. I was not working for the past few years, only found a job now, so it was tough to load wallet. At least from Friday onwards, I can load my wallet. Dale, yeah, true. But on the other hand, if you tell 10 people and they use your code, Friday, you have $600 and it's already in your wallet. You don't even have to fund your wallet. Yes, Lorenz is coming. Yep. Engine. I don't know if it wasn't Engine. It was one of these like other names. I just can't remember the name now. Well, no, he didn't mention the name, but I've got an idea who it is, but I'm not going to speculate. If it's BP, it'd be nice because they're just up the road from me. Spar they're busy with Spar, but there's some complications in the whole Spar system setup integration stuff, but they will get there. Yeah, Total Energy is already on board. So we're using Total, but there's another petrol group coming on board. They're apparently very prominent in the Eastern Cape, Western Cape areas. So, plat a lot. Woolworths, nah. And Woolworths probably will never come on board because Woolworths got their own credit card. And Woolworths, they earn transaction fees through their credit card. Why would they want anybody else's system in there? They want you. I get every week an SMS from Woolworths. Open your Woolworths account, spend R1,000, we give you R1,000. Why? Because they know if I use their credit card, they earn transaction fees. That's what we're earning, but we're using Cellbucks. So Woolworths, I don't think they will ever come on board because they're looking after themselves. They're making themselves richer. Head office, Spar branches works apparently. Okay, privately owned Spars, not yet. But you can go and speak to your own Spar as well. Okay. I don't know about food lovers and stuff. Astron, Willem, I think Astron. That's also what I heard, but let's not start rumors. But Astron, that's the name that I heard. But who knows? We will hear on Thursday evenings. So we will not have webinars on a Thursday evening anyway any longer because that's going to be our head office night, right? That's when Francis is going to speak to us on a weekly basis, he said. So when Thursday evenings will always be head office evening. I will do a webinar during the daytime on a Thursday. This week, as I said, also Tuesday and Wednesday is also going to be during the day because I'm preoccupied in the evenings this week. All right. And also what I'm doing now is like today on my group, I will put out the webinars for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So today you already get the webinars for the entire week. Then every day in the morning, I will repost for the day. And if there's any change to be made, but I'm going to try not to make the changes because it's too many people in many different groups and it takes some time for this whole thing to get to the other groups. All right. But on a Sunday, you'll get the webinars for the week. I will usually already on Friday put out also for the Monday. So, you don't get it only tonight for tomorrow because tomorrow's going to be a daytime webinar, 12 o'clock. Okay. But I'm only going to put this out after the training. I'll put out that link so long on the group, and then later I'll do the rest of the week. Look at Tanya. Tanya, we're getting there. There's lots of stuff happening in this business. All right. Everybody's not been here forever. Everybody did not attend. We'll get to the training. I like it when people are eager, but let's just get through all the other stuff as well. That's very important. Because there's no point having training if people don't understand that if they don't spend, they're going to get kicked out the business. That's more important than the training. But thank you. I like it. Tanya was, let's do the training. Maybe it's how to fund the wallet because Tanya wants to go spend. All right. What else was there? I think that's about it. All the important stuff. Most important, if you're not going to spend, you're going to get kicked out. If you're in the red, somebody's going to take you out and replace you with someone else. I will confirm with head office what information they want, and I will either design a little form or just put in my group in your WhatsApp. This is what you need to send them. The person must pay up front. The POP will be one of the requirements to replace a red person with another person. Okay. All right. Are we happy with this? This is the admin part. Now we can get into the training. In the comments, what is the first thing that you want to do training on? Let's see. What should I cover first? Because for me, it doesn't matter. There's usually 3, 4 things that I cover. What do you want to see first? Voucher warehouse. Okay. Finding what? Finding Nemo. What's finding, Natasha? Vouchers are funding. Okay. Adding a merchant. How to fund my wallet. Okay. Brenda, adding a merchant, we're not going to cover today. There's actually going to be on the new, when they relaunch or launch again or upgrades the word I'm looking for, there's going to be a merchant registration button. All right. So merchants will be able to just register on the website straight away. Okay. How to fund my wallet. All right. Let's start with the funding. Deposit from someone else to my wallet. Deposit from someone else. Namala, I'm not 100% sure what you mean with that. So you want somebody to pay from their bank account into your wallet. It's going to be the same as if you're doing it. You are just going to give them the banking details, wallet to wallet. Okay, let's start. We're going to do first how to fund our wallet. So let me just get the latest one out here. We're going to do a screen share and we're going to walk through. Okay, how to fund. Let's just quickly have a look here. Version 7. How to load funds. Now, open Sesame. What we need to remember. So let's do the loading of funds. Okay. Let me make a note here. We are at, so I just need a piece of paper here. So this. Okay. Now, when we load our wallets, there are a few very, very important things to know. The first thing is you are working with banks, right? We're working from your bank to another bank. You can't just tell the bank on the other side, Pete is paying in the money because nobody knows who the hell is Pete. Okay. You have think of it this way. Your money is going to go to Cellbucks. Cellbucks, they are a deposit holding company. They have money from, there's 111 of us here. That's also my member number. Isn't that interesting? 111. There are 111 of us here. There's already 111 little Cellbucks accounts, pigeonholes for each and every one of us. There's 10,000 of us now in Bitcoin Wise. There's 10,000 little pigeonholes at Cellbucks. They need to know who to put this money to. So when they receive money, it must go somewhere. Your address, your account number, whichever way makes it easy for you to remember, at Cellbucks is your mobile number. That's the only way they can identify you. They don't care whether you're Piet or Sunny or Gert. They just want to know the mobile number. Once they know the mobile number, your money goes in automatically, and you can literally, if I transfer now, it's 15:45. If I transfer now in 15 minutes, my money will be into my mobile number account at Cellbucks. All right. It's super, super important. When you transfer, make sure you put your mobile number as your reference. Okay. Must be somewhere in your reference, because there's the Capitec people that makes it difficult for us. Okay. Now, all the banks except Capitec is going to follow a procedure, and Capitec follows a different procedure. It seems like maybe ABSA is also wanting to start following the old way again. Good luck. All right, because it takes a day for your money to get there. But let's work from this form until we get more confirmations about ABSA, that they are now being funny. We're still going to say all the banks will use method 1, All the other banks will use method 2. Okay. Now let's open this share. So you should be able, or you should get from your upline this document, how to fund your wallet, version 7 we are at the moment. So how this works is I send this out to my front people. Actually, it's on my Google Drives. They've got access to my Google Drive. They will take it from my Google Drive. They put it onto their Google Drives. They will send it to their people, and so it will get to you eventually. Today, I will share this in the chat so you can just download it and you have it because you're at the training. Okay. But you should get all these documents that we discussed today that I show you is available. They are available, right? From your upline. And if they don't have it, you tell them they must get it from their upline because it is there. Okay, it is there. Now, how do we do this? Let me just get this out the way. If you are any bank except Capitec, you're going to follow this method. And all we are doing is we're going to do an EFT, this portion here. EFT, number 1. We're going to do an EFT from your bank into the Cellbucks NetBank account, NetBank current account. That's all you're going to do. Just like you pay anybody else, you get their banking details and you do an EFT from your bank to their bank. You're going to do exactly the same. You're going to do it from your bank to Cellbucks account. Okay. You're just transferring to another bank account. There's the bank account. Create a new beneficiary. Call it Cellbucks wallet. Call it whatever you want, as long as you know it's the Cellbucks one. Okay. Don't get confused with Cellbucks and Bitcoin-wise. Lots of people get so confused. Cellbucks is your wallet. Bitcoin-wise, you will only ever pay once, and that's your 200 Rand registration fee. Then you don't have to worry about Bitcoin-wise. Your money is with Cellbucks. That's your digital wallet. That you're going to pay every time you want to top up your wallet, you're going to use it. So save it as a beneficiary. Call it Cellbucks wallet, NetBank, Cellbucks, whatever you want to call it. My wallet, doesn't matter. There's the NetBank, there's the branch code, there's the account number. All right. Make sure, triple check and make sure you've got the right stuff. The only thing that's super important here, not the only thing, but the one thing that's super important is your little pigeonhole where your money must go to. So when you put the 500 Rand to Cellbucks, where must I put this 500? They don't know Piet and Sunny and Gert and Rian. They don't know those names. All they know is your mobile number. So if your mobile number is 083 1234567, that's what you put into the beneficiary, the recipient, their reference, whatever it's called. But the thing that they will see on their statement, that is your mobile number, right? Or you can use the international format 2783. Then you don't put the 0 in there. So make sure whichever one you use, you do it correctly. No spaces. I've had in the last week at least 5 people sending me their proof of payment, but I send I send the money. I use my mobile number and I still don't see my money. Send me your proof of payment. 083 space 123 space 4567. No spaces. We put out these forms. It takes time to create these forms. We put them out. We even try and let them look nice. We put them out. Read these things. I don't do it just because I don't have any time on my hands. I know how to do this. I don't have to do this form. But I take my time and I do it and I update it. We're at version 7, working on version 8 to make it easier. And then people put spaces. What does that tell me? They've never, ever read this document or they haven't received the document. One of the two. If they haven't received it, why? Where's the sponsor of that person? If they haven't read it, why? Why are you not reading these things? We don't do this for nothing. If you did not need it, we would not have done it. So if we send out a document, it means read it. There's not a lot to learn in this business, but no spaces. Because this matching is being done by a computer. The computer checks 083 123 4567. It's like, boom, there goes the money. In 15 minutes, you've got your money. You put spaces there. Now it becomes send it to Cellbucks. You're going to wait. There's a week later. Oh, there they get it. The money is into your account. And you get upset because Cellbucks is taking so long. Don't get upset when you make mistakes. When you make a mistake, get upset with yourself. There's nothing hard putting in your mobile number without any spaces. I had at least 5 this week. With spaces. Okay. Or you can use the international format again with no spaces and no 0 in front of that 083. So it's 2783, 2768, whatever your number is. So if this is the easiest one to remember, that's the one you use. Just the normal mobile number. 083 123 4567. Okay. Don't put that number. It's not a real number. Put your own number. Somebody asked me the other day, why must I put 083? It's like EX means example. Okay. You don't put that number. It's just an example what it should look like. But yeah. Okay. I don't know if people tease me when they ask those questions or whether they're serious. Sometimes I hope they're not serious. But anyway, as I say, the only stupid question is the one not asked. So rather ask and then do it right. Okay. Now, if you are Capitec, shame. Okay. Because you have to do it the hard way. Capitec people, if you don't want to open a time account and put your money in your time bank account and then transfer to Cellbucks, you're going to do it this way. You will only fund from a Monday to a Thursday during office hours. You can do it after hours if you want to, but don't complain when it takes an extra day. Monday to Thursday, office hours. All right. You're going to also do an EFT. You're going to pick to which account. There are 4 options. You can put it to ABSA, FNB, Standard, or Netbank. These are all net cash accounts. Net cash is the company in between your bank and the Cellbucks bank. So it goes to net cash. Net cash will do the sorting and put it to Cellbucks and from Cellbucks into your wallet. Now, I always say use Netbank because Cellbucks has got a good relationship with Netbank. So just use the Netbank account, but you can pick, right? It doesn't matter which one you use. Make sure the account number is correct. Double check, triple check. Right. Now, the one thing you need to remember, you are paying your money into a net cash account, which needs to push it over to Cellbucks. Net cash does not work for Cellbucks. Net cash does not work for your bank. Net cash is an agency that collects money and then distributes it. They've got hundreds and thousands of people paying them every single day. They don't know who is picked, right? The only thing they know is this money must go to a company because companies are using net cash to clear their money. So you're going to give money to Netcash. Netcash needs to know which company must it go to. And it must go to whom? To Cellbucks. So once it gets to Cellbucks, then Cellbucks needs to decide to whom must I give this money? What is your pigeonhole number? What is your mobile number? So Cellbucks has got an account number with Netcash. And doesn't matter whether you use ABSA, FNB Standard, or Netbank, it's always the same 11 digits. Important here, the first 11 digits will always be, no matter which one of these 4 banks you use, it's going to be 514-022-40377. That is the Cellbucks account number within Netcash. Okay, so when your money reaches Netcash, they check the first 11 digits. They don't care about the last 9. They look at the first 11. They see, aha, 514-022-40377, and they know it needs to go over to Cellbucks. The money will pass over to Cellbucks. The money ends in Cellbucks. Cellbucks will look at the last 9 digits. The last 9 digits, here it is, which is your mobile number without the first 0. So if your number is 083 123 4567, you will only use 83 123 4567. You put these 2 together to generate a 20-digit code. Now you have this 20-digit code. The first 11 digits says it's Cellbucks. The last 9 digits is your mobile number. This 20 digits is what we call the beneficiary reference, recipient reference, their reference, other bank's reference, whatever it says. If you're in doubt, just put it in all the fields. Okay, if you don't know which one's the right one, just put it everywhere. Some people think my reference should be this and their reference is Pete. No. Their reference means what do they need to see? That's what it says, their reference, recipient reference, the beneficiary reference. What will they see in their bank statement? They will see this 20 digits. It has to be correct. If you miss 1 digit, it will not get to your account. We need to, or you need to then send it to the Cellbucks support, tell them what it should have been. They will go and look for it. Now, the most difficult error is people don't put those first 11 digits. They only put their mobile number. Well, you're halfway right, but you're actually 99% wrong, because you are now stuck in the net cash system, where on a daily basis, they probably get 100, 200,000 deposits, and yours is one of those, and yours is now wrong. And somebody needs to go and look for your deposit. And then people come, oh, it's been a week, I haven't got my money. It would have taken you 2 minutes to read this document and do it the right way. Don't complain when you make a mistake. Don't try and force time upon us. You made the mistake. It's clear the first 11 digits always will be the same, the 514 number. The last 9 digits will always be your mobile number without the 0. You put them together, no spaces, just 20 digits, 415 all the way through to the last digit of your mobile number without the 0. That is what you put in, and your money will reflect within basically 24 hours. Your money will be in Cellbox if you do it the right way. And even after this, people will still do it wrong. I know, because they don't read their documents. Some people, they say to me, oh, I was just so excited. I want to get money in there. I know we're excited, but do it the right way. And you'll be even more excited when you see the money arise in Cellbox. Okay. Unfortunately, Capitec is boycotting our system. So we just bypass them and we go into Cellbox, into your net cash, into your Cellbox net bank account. Does it make sense? Are there any questions on this? Because, oops, this is super, super important to understand. If you want to deposit cash, you can go to NetBank. You're going to go either to the inside of the branch, at the counter, or to the ATM machine. You're going to put your money in. You're going to give them your money. Again, the beneficiary number has to be now your mobile number, just the normal mobile number with the 0. Okay. If you do it inside a branch of NetBank. Okay. And then if it doesn't reflect, you can contact BCoinWise. I would not do this. This is what I'm busy changing for release for version 8. You don't contact BCoinWise when it's a Cellbox issue. Why? Because BCoinWise is just going to send it on to Cellbox. Cellbox has got their own support number. They've got their own support email address. Here it is at the bottom. This is what you contact. You contact this support email address or that 077 number. Give them a screenshot or proof of payment and say to them, here it is, I don't see my money. Okay, cool. Don't contact BCoinWise. It's just an extra person in between, and you don't have to go via BCoinWise. I'm taking this out. Okay, I know even France said the other night, contact them, they'll sort it out for you. Don't waste your time, because they're just sending it onto Cellbox anyway. Okay, we have direct access to Cellbox. Use it. We're spending a lot of money through Cellbox. Use their support. The lady's name is Beryl, and she will try and help you as much as possible. Okay. And that is how you fund your wallet. Just follow this document and everything will be fine. Okay, we've got some questions here. Elrich wants to ask a question. I'm going to let you ask quickly. If it's on topic, don't ask me now how to remove a member. Oh, Elrich is gone. Maybe it's not on
No,
topic.
I'm here. Rian, I'm here.
Right. Okay, ask your question. Go for it.
No, it's just information, man. I just come from hello, goeiemiddag allemaal, good afternoon. I just came from Checkers. So what I've learned is that while I was shopping and then I just put my money into the cell box, and then it took like 10 minutes from Standard Bank to NetBank and cell box.
Oh.
So most of the people that is working there, they don't really know what is cell box. So I took some numbers, so hopefully they're gonna join.
Awesome.
So yeah.
And you did from which bank did you do? You say Standard Bank.
It's Standard. My own bank is Standard Bank, and then was now NetBank through NetBank, and then like 10 minutes.
And you did immediate
Yes.
payment.
Yes.
Yeah, because every 15 minutes there's a update into Cellbox from NetBank. Yes. There you go.
No more cards.
No more cards. Absolutely not. Wonderful. Thanks for that. So it works.
You.
Thank you, Elrich.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Are there any unanswered questions? Do I need to look at something? I see there's a lot happening in here. Jacobus, again. Yes, it works sometimes on a Friday. We will not put in Monday to Thursday if we've not had issues on a Friday. So don't confuse it. If you want to do it on a Friday, don't contact us Friday or Saturday or Monday and say my money is not there. We know if you do it Monday to Thursday, your money is available on Friday and Saturday. If you want to do it on Fridays at own risk, don't contact us when it doesn't happen. I've had people on a Friday evening that did a Capitec and it worked, but I've had many more people that it did not work for. We know it works Monday to Thursday, guaranteed, basically. So if you want to go outside of what we say, that's fine, but don't come to us and say to us, oh, but I didn't have my money on Saturday and I wanted to pay, because we know Capitec is sometimes slow. Sometimes they're very fast. I've had instances where it took them 10 minutes and it was in. And then I've had cases where it was 48, 72 hours before the money showed, because people used a Thursday evening, after hours, a Friday, a Saturday, a day before a public holiday. So this is why we're saying Monday to Thursday, we know it will work. Okay. But at own risk, do it whenever you want. We just give you what we know works. That's why we put these things out. Okay. Let's see, Tiffany, I paid Thursday evening, but the money still isn't reflecting. Who do I contact? I paid from Capitec. There we go. So again, in the evening, number one, and a Thursday, we say Monday to Thursday. Now here's Tiffany, did the opposite to what Koop is doing. She did a Thursday evening, the money's still not showing. So I paid from Capitec, so I understand there might be a delay. Yeah. Tiffany, to which bank account did you pay? And did you do an immediate payment? And did you put the 20 digits in? And please tell me you didn't do Capitec business. People, please, if you're with Capitec, never, ever, ever transfer from your Capitec to the Cellbox Capitec business. I know it's on their website, but once again, if we knew it worked seamlessly, we would have put it in our document. It's not in our document for a reason, because Capitec business scrambles the numbers most of the time. Capitec business even sometimes leaves out some of the numbers. Sometimes they put X's over some of the numbers. So we just take it out. Don't use it. Even though some people's been lucky, it worked. Don't use it, because if it scrambles, nothing we can do. It's between you and Cellbox to try and locate your money. Capitec business is a pain in the backside. Don't use it. Use one of the other 4 banks, okay? Because those we know works. That's why they're in our procedure. Okay, I started a WhatsApp channel to post links to those not in my group. Maybe you can start one. Okay, Latasha, I'll speak to you. Right, I was thinking about that, and then I went against it again, and then the problem is, and let's be frank here, when we start channels, like Latasha started a channel, I had a big group, Latasha had a big group, many people had big groups. You know what happens? Sponsors get lazy. They never speak to their frontline people. So we stopped it, and I've got my people in my group. Willem's got his people. Salome's got his people. Latasha's got her people. Poppy's got her people. We have our own people in our group. But there's always, or Salome's in my group so that she can pass into her group. Somebody, her people again, will have their own groups. Now you are kind of forced to be in contact with your people. These channels and groups makes that some of the sponsors will never speak to their frontline people, unfortunately. So I've been in 2 minds whether I actually want to start a channel or not, because it creates laziness. And then I become the customer service, or Latasha becomes customer service, or Salome or Willem, whoever's got the channel, all of a sudden becomes customer service instead of the sponsor. So yeah, I'm in 2 minds about that. If my son wants to deposit into my Cellbox for groceries, that will be Netbank Cellbox, the beneficiary, and reference my full cell number. What? Namala. If my son wants to deposit into my Cellbox for groceries. So your son is just going to deposit into the Cellbox Netbank account, and the reference, beneficiary reference, is going to be your mobile number. That's it. So you transfer 1,000 Rand into your Cellbox and you get an SMS. This afternoon, I transferred money to my brother's account. He got the SMS, money's in his account. Cellbox doesn't care where the money comes from, as long as there's a reference to tell them where the money must go to whom does it belong. They don't care where it comes from. They just need to know where to put this money. Okay. Netbank, yes, correct number and immediate payment. It's a Thursday evening thing. It's a Capitec thing. Don't do it after hours. Do it Monday to Thursday office hours. So probably, Tiffany, you can let me know anyway, because you are on my WhatsApp. Let me know on Monday whether the money has arrived. And probably by 10:30 more or less, I find is when they do this update for all these other fancy banks. and probably 10:30, 10:32, you'll get your money. Okay, but let me know. All right. Are we happy with this part? Then we can go into the how to transfer between wallets. Where will we be able to find the recording of this training? It's on my YouTube channel. So again, I will, as soon as I've put this onto YouTube, maybe not tonight, it will be tomorrow sometime, because tonight I still got 2 webinars to do. Then I will send out to say YouTube's been updated and you can go and check it out. You can anyway check out the YouTube because there's all the training there already. Let me find the YouTube thing quickly. So make a note of it or screenshot or something. And where's my YouTube stuff? Let me just see. I can't see it all of a sudden. YouTube. Just 1 second. Then I will. There's quite a lot of all the old trainings are there. I put all the trainings there. Okay. Copy hyperlink. So there's the YouTube channel. Everything is there. All right. This training, all the training or most of the training, I do little bits and pieces. So the YouTube video is only like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. This I'm just going to do from beginning to end. I'm making notes of the timestamp. So I will say at 1 hour 15, we were at the funding. Now at 1 hour 52 minutes, whatever. I don't understand how this works. We are at this or that. Okay. So, right. Let's do the transfer between wallets. Okay. So I have money in my wallet and I want to send some to Willem for some reason because he did a job for me. How do I do that? Okay. That's what we're going to do. You will not transfer all the time between different wallets, but there could be a time where you're going to transfer between wallets. Okay. So this one is still on version 2 because nothing has changed. It's just pretty easy. Let me just open it up and then we will share it. Again, this is available to everybody. Right. Okay. Cool. Oh, what I'm going to do. Okay, we'll do the collapse as well. Okay. Actually, when you're going to transfer between wallets, we're going to do the collapse because you have to do a collapse when you do transfers. Okay. Let me just quickly see. I just want to put into the chat quickly the version 7 for the loading of funds so that you have that. All right, there it is in the chat. Version 7, how to load funds. Okay. Can everybody see that? I hope so. Cool. Now, next thing we're going to do is how do you transfer between wallets? Okay. How do we transfer between wallets? Right. Now, I'm just making notes here. First of all, we need to get into Cellbox. And by now, we all know how to get into Cellbox. We're going to go to cellbox.com. So you're going to log in. There's the login thing at the top right corner. You put in your username. Now, I just, as for discipline, I always put 2783 in my number. You can put, for instance, 083, your number. Because when they sent me my SMS, it said my username is 2783. I use 2783 in the rest of the digits. Okay. Even though it works the other way. Put in your 5-digit PIN and then you click on login. Do not click twice. Wait for the screen, for your home screen to appear. Do not click twice. You will lock yourself out. Do not click twice because the system thinks you're a bot. Do not click twice. Click once on login and wait. All right. Lots of people lock themselves out here. Okay. Because the bots, they try and get into your system. They will do a PIN and login, PIN, login, type of thing. Don't. It can take up to a minute sometimes to log into your Cellbox. I know. If you've clicked login, you wait. Then you're going to get onto your home screen. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so we can all see what's happening here. You're going to get onto your home screen. So remember, we want to transfer from one wallet to another wallet. All right. So you're going to click on My Voucher. So your home screen just tells you what's in your voucher, what's in your wallet, transactions. It's just like a bit of statistics. Okay. Nothing much. You're going to click on My Vouchers and the next screen will open up. All right. Get one of your 168 vouchers. So it must be a 168. On the right-hand side, you'll see 3 dots. If you're on your mobile phone, you're going to scroll along from the left to the right or swipe right to left so you can get to the right side. On the right-hand side, there are 3 little dots. Click on those little dots. It will open up a sub menu, and there's one that says transfer funds. That's what we're going to do. We're going to transfer funds. Right. Now, all you need to do is you're going to, sorry, I want to make this bigger again. You're going to enter some information so they know where it must go to. Can you all see that? You're going to enter a username. So that is the person you're transferring to. Who needs to receive this money? Put it in the 27 format or the 083 format, whatever. I put 27. 27, drop the 0, 83, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. But it's the person that needs to receive the money. ID number, I don't know whose ID number it should be. It doesn't have a red star, so it means you don't have to fill anything in. I usually just put my own ID in. If I transfer money, I put my ID in. But I don't know. It's not necessary. The amount you're going to put in, you're going to put it in. Let's say you want to transfer 100 Rand. You're going to put in 10000 because it starts filling up from the cents all the way through. Okay, you can't just put 100 because that will be 1 Rand. 10000 will be 100 Rand. Then you're going to click on this transfer voucher. Transfer voucher again is going to start doing some thinking in the background. Don't do anything. You're going to wait and wait and wait for this thing to do what it wants to do. It's transferring money. It's creating a new 168 code. It's doing a lot of stuff in the background. Just keep on waiting. You will eventually see that it will say, I don't know if I've got a screenshot here. At the bottom, it will say transfer complete. But if it doesn't, I haven't got a screenshot. So it doesn't matter. It will say transfer complete. But don't do anything. Wait for your screen to refresh so you get a new 168 number. Okay. You will not get an SMS to say that you have transferred money. You're not going to get an SMS with your new 168 number. The person that receives this money will get an SMS to say, Rian has sent you money for 1,000 Rand. Here's your new 168 number. Here's your new balance. But if I send the money, I don't get an SMS. So you have to go back and do a collapse. Okay. So what are we going to do? Next to this new number that was created, we just go to the right. You see on the right, there's 3 dots. Click on those 3 dots and submenu opens up again. There's a collapse vouchers. Just click on collapse vouchers and relax. Stand back. It's not thinking in the background. Don't touch anything. Don't press anything. Wait for it to do what it needs to do. It's going to come up with a message, collapse completed. Wait for the new number to appear. And then you're going to get an SMS with your new number. Okay. If you don't do this after you've done the transfer, your previous 168 number that you've got in your SMS is an old one. It's before the transfer, and it's going to decline because it doesn't exist anymore. Okay. So here's an example where it shows successfully collapsed vouchers. You need to still wait, all right, for the screen to refresh. Once it's all done, you will get your new 168 number. That's the one that you will get on your SMS, and you can then go and spend with your 168. Okay, it's pretty simple. It's easier than what it looks like. Just go transfer funds, wait, and then just collapse that new voucher that you've received. Collapse it so you can get an SMS with your latest 168 number. Okay, so this is on version 2 at the moment. It hasn't got a nice, beautiful front screen, a front page, because we haven't updated it yet. Was no need for it. But anyway, there it is. I'm going to post it in here for you. Not how to load funds. We don't want to do that one again. We want to do the how to transfer. So I'm going to put it here in the chat for you to download. All right. Cool. Whose ID number? I don't know. You don't even have to put in an ID number. It's not a compulsory field. So if you don't want to put in an ID number, you don't have to. I always put my own ID number in, but I don't know whose it should be. One brain says it should be the other person because they're getting money. So maybe SARS wants to know that they received money. And the other side could be they want to know who spent the money. I don't know. So put your number in, put no number in, it doesn't matter. It doesn't make any effect. Okay, right. Now, the other one was how to convert to a 168 voucher. Now, what does it mean how to convert to a 168 voucher? Every Friday we get paid. Okay. That is, you will get paid, the money will come into your wallet, but you will see it's like a 432 or 413, 462 number. It's what we call an earnings voucher. You've earned money and Bitcoin-wise is paying you or Cellbox is paying you. That is not a 168 number. 168 is our spending voucher. So when you have earned money on Friday, you get the SMS and it says you've just earned $60. There's your voucher number 432, blah, blah, blah. You can't use that one. We need to convert that or collapse it into a 168. Okay, so to convert, collapse is the same thing, right? They use the word collapse, but it's you basically converting it to a spending voucher. Okay, all right. My font don't allow me to go to the right, so I can do it. My phone, Quibus. Quibus, turn your phone on landscape and see if it works. Okay, sometimes some phones on landscape will actually show the entire row. So let's quickly do the 168, how to convert to 168. Let me just open the file. Oh, hello. Why are we so slow today? Right. Okay. Here we go. Let's share. And we're going to share this, how to change. Yeah, that one. Right. So how to change your earnings voucher into a 168 voucher. You should have version 5. So I call it on the side here, earning voucher is anything that's not 168. And your spending voucher is the 168. Okay. Again, we're going to log into Cellbox. So it's easy. Log into cellbox.com. There you put your username, your password. Username is 27 without the 0 of your mobile number and the last 9 digits. Do not click twice on log in. Your home screen is going to appear and you're going to click on My Vouchers. The home screen will show you some voucher numbers here. There I can see there's a 168, there's a 464. You're not going to click on those. You can't click on those anyway. They're just there for history. It's just like a summary of what's happened in the last few transactions. You're going to click on My Vouchers. As soon as you get to My Vouchers, you're going to see there are 2 numbers. If I zoom in a bit, you'll see there is now a 168 number and a 444. The 168, I can spend the 168. I can spend 168 even though there's a 444, but I cannot spend the full amount. If I go across, sorry, here's the balance. So let's say there was 1,000 Rand there and the 444 had 400 Rand. I can still only spend 1,000. I can't spend 1,400 until I get this 444 number collapsed into the 168. So it just means I've got lots of numbers. I want to collapse them into one. So we're literally just collapsing them and forcing them to be one. So all the money is in one 168 number and I can go spending. All right. Now, the next step is we're going to again click here on the side. All right. So we're going to click, Quibus, if you can go landscape and hopefully you can go across. You're going to see there's the 3 dots again. I usually use, I think you can use anyone, doesn't matter. But I use, if there's a 444, anyone that's not a 168, I click on that one. But I think you can click on anyone because you get the same options. And you're going to see again, like we did before, there's the collapse vouchers. I click on collapse vouchers and I stand back and relax. You're going to see this thing, as we can see here, a green box will appear to show it's been successful. There it is at the bottom, successful. Now, you still wait for the screen to refresh so you can get your new 168 number. As soon as your collapsing is done, you get a new 168 number, and those 2 vouchers has now become 1 voucher with 1 balance. You will get an SMS to say that you've just merged your wallets. You've just merged your, not your wallets, you've merged your vouchers. Your 168 number is this, and your balance is whatever it is. And we can go spending. Very easy. Okay, that's how you collapse. So every Friday, when you get your SMS to say you've just received money, all you do, you log in your Cellbox, you go to My Vouchers, You look for the one that you've just earned, click on the three dots, select collapse, wait a few seconds, exit, log out, log off. That's how easy it is. It's super, super easy. It takes literally 30 seconds, done, and you can go shopping. Okay, happy with that part? Happy. Let's see. Can we transfer to Dave Parker's Sellbox account for him to purchase the Pick and Pay vouchers? Yes, you can. And we're going to go through that as well. So don't worry about that. We'll get there. Just use my 200 Rand voucher. Thank you so much. Now I can load more, more money and invite my friends and family to join. Awesome, TM. Awesome. Nice, nice. Okay. Kobus, did you get right with the going landscape on your phone? Did that work? Okay, I'm going to transfer to the chat version 5 of the Sellbox, how to convert to a 168. So you should get that in your chat pretty soon. There it is. Okay, right. What can we do next? It sounds and looks easy. Sasanda, once you've done it once or twice, you just do it. It's just so easy. But yes, it's new, so it's overwhelming, and if people, there's more instructions how to do it than actually just doing it. For instructions, we have to kind of make it so easy that even a 5-year-old can do it. But when you actually do it, you just know to go there, click there, wait, done, log off. That's what it is. All right. Okay. The other thing, I'm not going to do that one yet. Maybe I'll do it, maybe not. Okay. Let's speak about Voucher Warehouse. All right. Let me just make a note here so I can do the timestamps. Voucher Warehouse. Now, Voucher Warehouse. Voucher Warehouse is one of our merchants. And Voucher Warehouse can make your purchasing and payments at Pick and Pay so smooth that you would not want to do it any other way. Pick and Pay's got a kiosk. At this kiosk is another 168 merchants basically at that kiosk that you can access if you should use Voucher Warehouse. Like if you want to pay a bus or a flight, if it's at that kiosk, you can use Voucher Warehouse to do that. So all of a sudden, we kind of say, try and spend at least 1,000 Rand a month. If you get to that kiosk, so many people spend at that kiosk. You cannot buy lotto tickets though, okay? But you can do all the others. You can use Voucher Warehouse. Voucher Warehouse, basically what they do is I will give Voucher Warehouse 1,000 Rand, and I will say, I want Pick and Pay vouchers. Voucher Warehouse will collect a 10,000 Rand in total. So they wait until they've got orders for 10,000 Rand. We pay it over to Voucher Warehouse. So we can either pay it into Dave's Capitec account. He's the owner of Voucher Warehouse. Or we can pay it into the Sellbox account. I usually just do it from my Sellbox to Voucher Warehouse Sellbox. Then I've got record, and now we can doubt where it went to, because in Sellbox it will also record where it went to, and I can draw a report and everything. And I know if I want to do a calculation of my spend and so forth, everything is in one place. So I just make sure there's money in my Sellbox, and I say Sellbox to Sellbox. I know what Dave's mobile number is or his Sellbox number is. I transfer the 1,000 Rand to his Sellbox. Dave will take, once he's got his 10,000 plus, he then goes to Pick and Pay, and he purchases Pick and Pay vouchers, their own in-house vouchers for us. Voucher Warehouse will earn a transaction fee from Pick and Pay, which Voucher Warehouse then pays over to Bitcoin-wise, which then gets paid over to you in the matrix of the remuneration. So you will still earn your 0.2%, and your first line will earn, or the fourth line above you, and so forth. Everybody will earn. Once your money is paid to Voucher Warehouse, that is where the transaction takes place. Voucher Warehouse goes to Pick and Pay. They purchase these vouchers, and they will send it to you with a WhatsApp. Now, just to give you an idea what it looks like, here's mine, 2,000 Rand that I received on Friday. So I literally, can you guys see this? I literally got 2 vouchers from Voucher Warehouse, 1,000 Rand and 1,000 Rand. And today I went to Pick and Pay. I loaded these 2 vouchers on a gift card. And a gift card is for free, right? I've got a nice pink one. I don't know why, but there we go. I load these 2 vouchers onto this card. Now I have a Pick and Pay card with 2,000 Rand. I can buy groceries. I can go and buy a bus ticket at the kiosk. I can pay my postpaid electricity bills. I'm in Tshwane, and my account says I can because it's got that easy pay or pay at sign at the bottom of my account. I can now pay my electricity bill or my postpaid. So that's my water, my rates and taxes I pay with this. I can also pay my prepaid electricity with this. So today I loaded 2,000 Rand, and then I went and I said, I want 650 Rand worth of electricity. And the lady will check it and she will give me the slip with the code to load onto my prepaid electricity machine. And I just swipe this card. And all of a sudden, there's no more of this, oh, I don't know how it works. I want you to cash out the voucher. They don't know where to type whatever on the checkout point toll thing. You just put the money on your gift card. Easy as that. And pay with this. Now, the only thing is a gift card can only hold 5,000 Rand. So I've got a second gift card. So if I need more than 5,000 Rand, I'll put 5,000 on here and the others money on the other gift card. And this is now like a debit card. So on this card, there's like 1,350 left and 2 Rand. I think it's 1,652 Rand 52 cents, something like that. And next time I go to Pick and Pay, I just swipe the card. So I've in effect earned upfront my Bitcoin wise or my sellbucks or my, the spending percentages, because the money gets paid over to Bitcoin wise as soon as I spent the money with VoucherWarehouse. Now it doesn't matter when I spent this money because I've already earned the 0.2%. Right. It is the easiest way of spending at Pick and Pay. Use the system. It's a little bit manual, but you get used to it. Plan a little bit ahead. So next week again, I'll probably put 3,000 Rand to Dave towards VoucherWarehouse, and I'll say, I need 3,000 Rand. He will send me the 3,000 Rand. I'll load it on here. By that time, I've spent another 1,000 or so from this one. And that's how we can use VoucherWarehouse. Super, super easy. Find out first, obviously, or check on your electricity bill from your municipality, whether you can pay at Pick and Pay. Okay. Don't transfer 5,000 Rand and then tomorrow you get there and they say, you can't pay Pick and Pay. Or you can't pay your municipality account. All right. Go and ask. I know Kakamas cannot do it. So if you're in the Northern Cape, you cannot pay your electricity bill there. I know, for instance, if you're in Struisbaai, you can pay your electricity bill through USafe. If you're in Sanine, you can pay your electricity bill through Checkers. If you're in Tshwane and Bloemfontein and KZN, you can pay it at Pick and Pay. Use VoucherWarehouse. It's 10 times easier than trying to struggle with them with your 168 code and this and that. Okay. You cannot pay your postpaid, so your rates and taxes. You cannot pay with your 168 directly. You can in Tshwane, for instance. I have done it and I know it works. You can pay your prepaid electricity directly with 168. So I don't have to go to VoucherWarehouse. But since I'm doing everything, my postpaid, I just do my prepaid as well. And I put it on my gift card and I pay. It is super, super easy, super convenient, and the money is here. Okay. And I actually earn upfront my 0.2%. Any questions on that? Because VoucherWarehouse, I think, is underused. We should use it more. People are getting frustrated because Pick and Pay struggles at their toll points, because for them to accept our 168, they need to do smart banking. But it's not just smart banking. They need to first say VAS on their system, then mobile payment, then smart banking. And they don't all know this. We're teaching them. But some people get frustrated. Some of our members get overwhelmed when the cashier says, oh, I don't know, it's not working, it's declining, because they're selecting the incorrect stuff. With their VoucherWarehouse loaded onto their own gift card, it cannot reject. It's there. It approves within half a second, basically. I swipe and it says approved. It's not even a second. Use VoucherWarehouse wherever you can for Pick and Pay. It's just so much easier. Also for checkers, but the demand for checkers is much smaller. But if Dave gets 10,000 Rand for checkers, Hyperama, and what's the ShopRite for that group, if he can get 10,000 Rand, he will do it for us. Okay, but seems like people are ShopRite and checkers, Hyperama, they're just so easy. They know what's a Y code and everything runs smooth. But if you want and we can get 10,000 together, then he will do it for us. Okay. You need to order this from Dave. So there's a VoucherWarehouse WhatsApp group. Go into that WhatsApp group, belong to the WhatsApp group. Maybe somebody's got the link for that group and can post it in the chat. So you can belong to the WhatsApp group. Maybe if somebody's got a link for the hospital group, if we can post that in the group as well, so that people can, belong to these groups. The VoucherWarehouse group, there's always nice tips and stuff that Dave will share with us and so forth. Okay, and he will put there, right, I'm at 8,000. He needs another 2,000, then he can do a run. Like last week, Thursday, he was on 8,000, and then I just put in 2,000. I said, okay, there's 2,000. Let's go and get some stuff. Let's get some vouchers, because I knew I'm going to do it anyway over the weekend. So I just did it on Thursday. Okay. How to top up the gift voucher from VoucherWarehouse. So we've just gone through that, Thomas. You just order through VoucherWarehouse. You're going to get your vouchers from VoucherWarehouse. Dave will send it in the form of a WhatsApp to you. So there's a 1,000 Rand voucher, 1,000 Rand voucher. I go to Pick and Pay to the kiosk. I ask for a gift card. They're free. And then they load these vouchers onto the gift card. So this is a Pick and Pay gift card. And now I just keep this gift card. When I get more vouchers, I load it onto the same gift card. It's super, super easy. Okay. So that's how we do it. Use VoucherWarehouse. Really, it is very, very easy. Brian, can I unmute you and you can ask a question?
Yeah, good afternoon, Rian again. I just want to find out, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, dear. Oh, sorry, I just want to find out with this, can I transfer because I transferred extra money into my vouchers. Can I now transfer it out of my vouchers to Dave into VoucherWarehouse, from VoucherWarehouse, or do I have to put in extra funds from my standard bank account into VoucherWarehouse?
Okay, Brian, it all depends how much you want to transfer. If you've got 5,000 Rand in your wallet, in your Cellbox wallet, and you want to transfer 2,000 Rand, then you just transfer from your wallet to today's wallet. If you've only got 1,000, you want to transfer 2,000, just put another 1,000 in your wallet and transfer it, so it's from wallet to wallet.
Yeah, okay, but where my problem is so I just go from my I haven't got anything in my wallet, but I've got it in vouchers only. So now what do? I have to take it out of the vouchers and transfer it to Dave.
I'm not sure.
You've got the wallet and you've got the vouchers.
I'm not sure if you say you've got it in vouchers. What vouchers have you got?
No, it just says on my Cellbox account. It just says vouchers, and it does, and it says wallet zero. It's got a wallet amount zero, and it's got vouchers. Next to it, it's got all the vouchers, and that's my full amount. And I'm transferring. Yes. I want to know, can I transfer from that to Dave?
Okay. So in your Cellbox account, when you log in, you're going to see there's a wallet balance and a voucher balance. We work from the voucher balance. Okay.
Right.
We work from the voucher balance. So you're going to transfer from the voucher balance to VoucherWarehouse voucher balance. Yes.
I got it now. Okay, because that's why I was transferring money for that, but I was transferring it from Cellbox into the vouchers, not into the wallet, and I was worried about that.
Yeah. Whenever you do a transfer into your wallet, it will go into your voucher section. It sounds super confusing. I don't know why they call it like that. Your wallet section is actually like, let's say, a savings account inside of your wallet. Okay. So you can't spend that money at the merchants. It's like you want to put some money aside under your pillow, you put it into your wallet section. You can't use it in the shops. You can only use the vouchers.
That's where my confusion was. Yeah, that's where my confusion totally was. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Okay.
You're welcome. So what we do with the wallet section is if your member did not get their 5-digit PIN, you can transfer from your wallet section to their Sellbucks account. And then many times it will actually activate their wallet for them. I'm not going to go through that training today. It's a bit technical, but there is already on YouTube. Last week we did training on that. So just go and look at the last week's training. Okay. Let's have a look here. If the account has easy pay or pay at, then they will accept VoucherWarehouse, exactly like Jean said. Yep. Sorry, please don't lose that card because it has no PIN. So if somebody else get hold of it, they can use it. Absolutely. This card is like carrying cash around. If I drop this card in the street, somebody picks it up, they can use it. Okay, it becomes theirs. So don't drop it. Why is my hand up again? Somebody's raising my hand. Let me just lower my hand here. This is real cash. Okay, this is on here's now 1,350 Rand. If I lose it, it's gone. Okay, so look after your card. How to top up the gift, so that we've done. WhatsApp for VoucherWarehouse, beacon-wise orders is, yeah, so that's Dave's number, 072-562-8057. If you want vouchers for VoucherWarehouse, you can send him an SMS. But there is a WhatsApp group. I'm looking for that WhatsApp group's link so people can actually join the VoucherWarehouse group. You should really be in that group so that you can start ordering your vouchers. Okay. All right, so that's VoucherWarehouse. Let's check something else. What do we want to do next? I was going to do this last week and I forgot. Well, I didn't forget. We kind of ran out of time. You see, this English, my English is finished. Ek gaan Afrikaans praat van nou af. My English is not totally finished. Anyway, it kind of goes on with what Franz said. If we're not going to use our wallets, you're going to be taken out the system. I know some people say, oh, but I'm only 10 people. I've only got 50 people. I've only got 2 people. Start spending. It doesn't matter. We all started with just me. And I started using the wallet from day one. And I started spending. I didn't have a team, but I started using it. And if I use it, I get excited. And I can tell people about it. I can tell them how easy it is. Then they start using it. And eventually you're going to have 10 people, 20 people, 50 people, 100 people, 500, 1,000, and so it will grow. Okay. So I have got a little spreadsheet that I'm going to share with you guys today where you can play with the numbers and you can put in some numbers and just see the power of spending, right? There will be a version 1, version 2, whatever. We know at version whatever it is. I don't know what it is. Version 3, you haven't even had version 1 and 2, but I've changed it to try and make it easier that you can play with, where you can put in some numbers and just see how much you can actually earn if everybody in your business starts using their wallets. And even if you are, yeah, Elisa's got it. She was my guinea pig. She had to test it. Even if you are the only person in your business, use it because you are somebody's level 4. Just like you will want your level 4 to spend, you are somebody's level 4. Okay? So I've got the 2 boys in the business. They spend every month at least 3,000 Rand through their wallet because they are somebody's level 4. Even they're my level 1, but they are somebody's level 4. So whatever level you are, how many people you have, start spending with your wallet because you're going to expect from your members to start using their wallet. The power of this business is in spending. So let me open this Excel spreadsheet. I have protected the spreadsheet with cell protections and whatever. So no, you can't get in and change formulas and stuff. It is so nobody's going to break it because then I'm going to have to fix 1,000 spreadsheets. Okay, so you can see the formulas. You can go and rebuild the thing for yourself if you make it bigger or smaller or this way or that way and do what you want. But mine is protected, so you can't change the formulas. Miss Check, do I earn if I'm the only one in my business? Yes, you do. You will always earn 0.2% of whatever you spend. Okay. So you earn 0.2%. Let's get the spreadsheet up and running. Where is it hiding? Where's my spreadsheet? Why can't I see it? Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. So all of you have seen this. So there it is. So we can answer this question. 0.2% you will earn on your own purchases, right? On your first, that level first, your level 1, that 10 people there, you earn 0.2% on whatever they spend. Your level 2 people, that 100 people, you earn 0.1%. Level 3 is 0.2%, and level 4 is 0.5%. Okay. Now, I have put this into an Excel spreadsheet so that you can play with numbers. So that's in the projection tab here. Okay. Oh, this is actually mine because it's got macros in, and I can't send macros to you. So I've made it nice. So if I press Control-Shift-N, everything goes to zeros. Oh, it doesn't work when I share. That's interesting. I was going to brag and then it doesn't work. Control-Shift-N. No, it doesn't work on when we're sharing. Anyway, now let's make all these things zero because I'm going to show you how to play with it. Okay. There you are. You've got nobody in your team. Nobody spends, nobody earns, except you. If you spend 1,000 Rand, you're going to get your 2 Rand. But you want to get your people in. So the green is where we start. This is your level 1. How many people have you got in level 1? And let's say you've got 6 people in level 1. Okay. And if they all spend 1,000 Rand, you will earn 12 Rand because you get 0.2% from each person. 0.2% of the 1,000 is 2 Rand. 6 people, 12 Rand. More realistically, if people start spending their 5,000 Rand, which is easy, you're going to receive 60 Rand. So are you going to earn a lot of money if you don't pick the right people? No, because these 6 people were supposed to go and tell their 10 people each as well. Okay, this is where the power is when we start talking. So if you're going to pick 6 people or you're going to force people to join your team, this is what's going to happen. It's going to get stuck. And you will have to get to the next one and the next one. Eventually, you get your 10 people, and you all spend 5,000 Rand, and you get $100. But you're picking people that's not duplicating. Okay. Now, let's say you've got 3 people. Let's go back to 1,000 Rand here. We're going to spend 1,000 Rand each. You've got 3 people. But these 3 people, did they spread the news, right? Yes, they did. How many did they tell each? Well, they followed the leader. Because you told 3, they will each go tell 3 as well. Okay. Now you've got 3, but each one told 3 people. You've got 12 people in your team. Each one spends $1,000. You've got 15 Rand. And they go do the same. Let's say they all go tell 3 people each, and they go tell 3 people each. Right? You spend $1,000. You've got 120 people in your team. You earn 474. Okay. And if you all spend 5,000 Rand, you can earn 2,370 if each one has just gone and told 3 people each. But what I see most of the growth that happens is you will probably grow quick. You'll have 6 people, and maybe on average, they would each have told maybe 4 people. Okay. So let's go back to 1,000 Rand spent. So you've got your 30 people. Now, see, people get to 30 quite easy. It doesn't take long to get to 30 people, but you're not going to earn a lot of money. There's 24 people. Now, what I always say is you work very closely with your first line. And this is why the smaller groups are working more effectively, because you've only got your own people in your WhatsApp group. You don't belong to a group of 1,000 people, and the first line always never speaks to their second line. Okay. You will have your first line in your WhatsApp group. And whoever else you bring in, you will have in your WhatsApp group. So you're going to motivate these people to get their people. So yeah, they got their 4 people each. But because they were trained by you what to do, they get people in, 24 people that's also motivated and wants to spread the news. And there they go. It takes a bit longer. So they've told 3 people each, right? Because it takes time. It's you, them, and then them. But you're already on 100 people. You're earning $180 just by everybody spending 1,000 Rand. It's 180 Rand you didn't have before. These level 3 people, they went along and they told 2 people each, right? They're a little bit a week, 2 weeks behind. So they've told 2 people. But look at that. 72 people telling 2 people each. You've got 144 people on level 4. That gives you almost 250 people in your team. They spend 1,000 Rand each. you earn 900 Rand. Now, let's say you spend 5,000 Rand each, more or less. You earn 4,500 Rand. You get basically all your money back just because you're selecting the right people. You're training those people to train their people, who will then train their people and train their people. We need to duplicate this business. And this is how we start spreading the news. So all of a sudden, I'll tell you now, to get your first 10, you should really be able, in your first month, be able to do your first 10, right? So I'm going to put back to 1,000 Rand. So you've taught your first 10, the right 10 people. Let them go and out spread the news. On average, 6 people each. You've got 70 people in your network, but you've got 70 or another 60 people here on level 2 that can go and spread the news. And let's say they've only got 4 people each now. You're already on 300 people. And if those 240 people, if they go and they on average spread the news to 3 people, you've got 1,000 people. But look what happens here. You spend 1,000 Rand and everybody spends 1,000 Rand. You're earning 4,000 Rand. Let's spend 5,000 Rand, which is not difficult. You spend 5,000 and everybody in your team spends 5,000, you've got 20,000 Rand. Just because you pick the right people, you start using your wallet and your team will start using their wallet. You see, where's the power? Sorry. You have to spend in order to earn. That's why we say the more you spend, the more you earn. Let's just put this one maybe at 2. There's only 2 people on average because your line 3, if your line 2 stuffs up, you need to go and train your line 3. Okay. So you got just under 800 people, but you can still earn 14,000 Rand just from that 800. Let's say they've only told 1 person each. So you've only got 550 people. You can still earn 8,800 from everybody spending 5,000 Rand. We all have to spend for this model to work. It's a self-sustainable business. There's no monthly income that you have to pay, monthly subscriptions, monthly debit orders, monthly anything. You paid your 200, the only thing this business wants from you is to spend your money and pay with your wallet. And everybody needs to do that. Now, when you started, you were alone. The same with your level 4 people. They are starting now. They're alone. So they're only going to earn 0.2% each. They get 2 Rand times 5,000. So they get 10 Rand each for their purchases. But you're earning 6,000 Rand from them. Okay. You, that's here at the top, you are somebody's 4th level. So you can't wait for your 4 levels to fill up before you're going to start spending, because karma is a yes. So if you don't spend, your matrix is not going to spend. Start spending. You are somebody's 4th level. It's the 4th level where the money is. Okay. If your first 10, they get 7 people each, check that, how quickly it starts escalating. If they tell 7 people, there's 70 people. They tell 4 on average, or let's say they tell 3 on average, but at least those people tell 2 on average. You've got 700 people spending 5,000 each. You earn 13,000. If you're not going to build the right 10 people in the beginning and do the training with them and spend and show them how to spend, you will earn 0 in this business. It's a powerful business if we use the tools that we've got. And the one tool you need to use is the spending. It's your digital wallet. And the other tools, training, show people what to do, how to onboard themselves, how to type their own mobile number. 90% of our errors and mistakes at customer care is people not putting their mobile number in correctly. Why people cannot type their own mobile number correctly, I cannot understand. Please help me. But that's where 90% of our errors are. Train your people, speak with them, make sure, and look at that. Now, the perfect model, everybody told everybody everything. So 10 people told 10 people told 10 people told 10 people. There's your 52,000 Rand. When you've got your entire matrix, it takes time. But the weaker this leg is, your first level, the weaker your model. If these people can't duplicate, you can't build these people. And if they pick people that can't duplicate, you struggle. You need the people that wants to do the business, people that sees it. And this is why I always say, don't force people. Don't try and convince people. Don't pay the 200 Rand for other people. They will not build your business. If they don't have the 200, let them save the 200. Once they've got the 200, let them start. Then they will build. There's always the exception to the rule. Okay. But 90% of the time, if you're going to pay for somebody, they will not build your business. They will not build their own business. And their business is part of your business. Okay. So this spreadsheet, I'm going to send to everybody. You can't type, for instance, I don't know if this is, yeah, you see it's protected. You can't break it. Right. So try. And if you can, that one you can, but that one you can't. So you can't break it. Okay. But I will send this to everybody. Okay. Happiness. I think it's a nice little spreadsheet. It gives you and your team an idea what you can earn. And I'm just going to now look for the one that I can send out to you. Let me just see. There should be one. Are you in the version 2? Let me just see if that's the one that is the correct one, so that you can't break it. Yeah, so far it looks good. So I'm just testing one here in the background. Yep, it seems like this is the one I need to send you. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to transfer it in the chat. I will transfer this file. That is yours. Go play with it and get excited. You know more or less how many people you've got in your different lines. Go put them in and then put in 1,000 Rand, because we should all be spending at least 1,000 Rand through our matrix, and see what you should be getting on the 7th next month. And if you don't, you know your people are not using it. And that's when strikes are going to start going out. All right. This can make you and your team super excited, because it shows you each and every person counts in this team, but pick them wisely. Don't just put people in to try and get 10 people. Rather have 2 people that you know can duplicate until you find your 3rd person that can duplicate. Put them in. Okay. All right. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Love the spreadsheet. Yeah. Do I? Yes, you do. Okay. I'm not working and try to make money here now. How much I spent what I don't have? I got 40 in my wallet. Quibus, if you tell 10 people this week, you will have 600 Rand in your wallet by next Friday. Okay. And then those people are going to start talking. Your line 2 gives you 5 Rand per person. There's 100 people. That's 5 times 100 is 500 Rand. Those people start talking. You get 1,000 people. That's 10,000 Rand. Okay. So there are ways. Your first 600 you can earn within a week. Not even your money. It will be money that you earn because you told people about the business, and let them duplicate. All right. Pick wisely. I always say pick wisely, very wisely. Okay. Thanks much. The spreadsheet model is brilliant. There you go. You're welcome. Cool. All right. I was thinking of something. So it's the spreadsheet, the spending, the wallet, the spreadsheet. There was something else. What was it? No, I can't remember. But anyway, what else can we do? I'm going to try. I actually thought today we need to stop at 5 o'clock. It's 2 hours. It'll be, more than enough time. So, but if there's anything else, there was something still I wanted to show you. I stole this from our Pinetown office. They've got a 3-4-5 system to make 50,000 Rand. Right? How did that work again? Three steps, 4 months, 50,000 Rand. So they got the 3-4. I added the 5 for 50,000. 3 steps, 4 months, 50,000 Rand. Do you want to see that? It's not part of the webinar thing. So some of you might have seen it if you attend webinars. If you don't attend webinars, you would not have seen this. But I think it's very powerful when you actually see how quickly you should be able to earn 50,000 Rand from the system. So it's the 3-4-5, I call it 3-4-5. So it's in the presentation of our webinar. So let me just get that quickly. And I'm going to show you that page, because I think Once you understand, it's not that difficult to earn 50,000. Maybe it will motivate you, right? Because I think people sometimes you think, oh, it's not growing, it's not growing. Remember your mindset. If you think your business is not growing, it's not growing because that's what you're thinking. So you have to get positive, get the right people into your business. Now, let me share the screen quickly with you. Where's that page now? There we go. The 3-step strategy for sustainable income. How you can be financially free in just 4 months. So step 1, that's the easy part. 200 Rand once-off fee. Okay. Pay the 200, get it over and done with. All of you, you've paid your 200. Step 2 is not go and find people. Step 2 is to start spending, because the spending makes you excited. The spending shows you what the business is. The spending will equip you with the experience of what to tell people what they're actually going to do. Because now you don't have to talk theory. You're going to talk the real stuff. I did this. I funded my wallet. This is what my wallet is. I spent. Oh, wow, I'm making a business. I'm going to make an income from this. So you start spending 1,000 to 2,000 a month at the shops that's participating in our program. And all you're doing is you're paying different. You're going to pay with your 168 code, your 168 voucher, your 168 money. And the third step is to tell 10 people, the right 10 people, which you should be able to do within 1 month. You should be able to tell 10 people within 1 month to pay different. They're not buying anything from you. But if you're not doing it, they're going to say it's a scam. It's a this, it's a that, whatever. But if you're already doing it, you can show them it's not a scam. This is why I keep this. You think this is a scam? This is real pick and pay stuff. I just paid for my electricity. I've just loaded my electricity. If it's a scam, why did I get my electricity? Why did I get my groceries? Why did I get my pizza at Panarotti's? It's in here. I can prove to you it's not a scam. This is why step 2 is to go and spend. And then step 3 is to tell the people, because now you've got the practical experience. You know it's working. Now you can speak with authority, with enthusiasm. This is your 3 steps. Pay your 200, which you've done. Spend your money. You don't have to spend 1,000 tomorrow, but start spending so you can spend between 1,000 and 2,000 a month. Collect your slips so you can show people. If they tell you it's a scam, you show them your slips. And then you tell your people, and you do it within a month. And you can start earning from 50,000 upwards if everybody starts using their wallet. That's so easy. It's so much easier than any other business out there where you have to sell products and beg people to buy stuff from you or this and that, whatever. Just go and pay differently. This is the 3, 4, 5. 3 steps, 4 months, 50,000 Rand. Make that a goal. Manifest this. Make this part of your daily manifesting. Okay. You like that slide? I like that slide. To me, it's like the highlight of a webinar. All right. Now, Go saying I got 3 and 1 got 6 and 1 got 2. There you go. See, and so it's building. So 3 gives you 180 Rand. They got 6 each, so that's another 30 Rand, and another one got 2, so it's 40 Rand, it's 200 bucks already that you should have in your sell box. Spend it. Spend it. Okay, it's 5 o'clock. If there's anything else, we can go on. Otherwise, we can call it a day. And 7 o'clock, I'm going to be back with the Afrikaans webinar, 8 o'clock with the English webinar. But let's see if there's anything else. If there is, please, if you've got questions, please do put up your hand. This is also Q&A. Put up your hand, ask your question, put in a spread, put in a side. I haven't read all the questions, but I'm pretty sure it's been answered. If not, just write it again, because I can't go back to the top. I don't know how many there is. Please share the spreadsheet again. I switched devices. Okay, I will do that. So it was this volume, the version 2. There we go. Okay, hopefully it will go through properly. Oh, no, that's the wrong one because this one has got the macro stuff in it. So we don't want to do that one. Let's take that one out because you can't open macros on your computer. Where is it now? I tell you what, I might have even sent the wrong one previously because it might have the macro still embedded. And you're going to see you can't open it. It's a new thing of Excel. I will send it to my group and they will populate it to everybody. Okay. All right. Cool. Anything else? Any questions? Put up your hand. I will put that spreadsheet out because there should be one without. Oh, wait, it's in the manuals area. Hold on. I can send it out now. There we go. Version 2. Sorry, I was looking in the wrong directory. XLSX. That's the one that we want. All right. How does one get branding material of Bitcoin Wise and prices for caps and t-shirts and gazebos? I would, at this stage, just send a message to the support line and just address it, marketing department. Where can I get the stuff? All right. And they will give it to you. Eventually, the agencies might keep stock, but for now, it will be at head office. So just go straight to in the support line and just say marketing department and ask them. When are you doing an event in Johannesburg? It seems like they're going to do an event every 3 months. So I don't know where the next one is going to be. If it's in Johannesburg, Cape Town, Durban, I've no idea. All right. Any other questions? Nothing? So today's Sunday. Tomorrow's the last day of the month. What you can do tomorrow morning, put 10 Rand in your Cellbox wallet if you've never done it. See that it works. Then transfer 200 or 500 or whatever. Go spend something tomorrow, which is still June. Then at least your Cellbox is showing a movement for June. And then July will happen. Just spend something in the month of June. Show yourself it's working. And then use next week to start getting your first, second, third, fourth person in. Please don't just put people in for the sake of it. Choose wisely. Otherwise, it takes much longer to build your team. Get those people who wants to be in here. All right. See, Sunday, tomorrow shopping it is. I'm also doing shopping tomorrow because it's the last day of the month for me. Then it's my cutoff. I've got a target that I want to spend every month with my Cellbox wallet. So tomorrow I'm spending the balance so I can get to my target. I put myself a target that I will spend every month with my wallet. End of story. Will happen. Because again, I am somebody's level 4. And if I do it, my team will do it because you lead by example. Each one of you should lead by example. And so having said that, please create your own WhatsApp group for you and your frontline people and anybody else that you bring in the business, and belong to the person that brought you in. If they don't have a WhatsApp group, you ask them one question. How will I know about the webinars? Because I publish my webinars in my group that populates throughout this leg. So if your sponsor does not have a WhatsApp group, how would you know about the webinars? How would you know about all these PDF files that I've just shared? Because as soon as there's an update, I post it in my group and it filters through to everyone. So you start a WhatsApp group and ask your sponsor to belong in his or her WhatsApp group. And so they will all belong in somebody's WhatsApp group. And you will always know about webinars. You will know about updated documents. You'll know whatever you need to know. Okay. I signed up my wife last week. I signed up, but can only pay for her on the 4th. But here I won't get the commission because I take too long to pay for her. Quibus and everybody else, please do not put people in the matrix if they don't have the money ready. Because if they're in the matrix 2 weeks on red and they haven't paid, you will not earn that commission. Nobody earns from somebody that's not paid their 200 for 2 weeks. Rather wait until the person's got the money, then put them in the matrix. That's why one of my 3 qualifying questions: have you been to one webinar? Do you know what the business is about? Do you have your 200 Rand? Because my people have to pay the same day or tomorrow latest, 24 hours. Then you pay. All right. So please do not put people in your matrix because they mean nothing in your matrix. If they read, they mean absolutely nothing. So rather put them in when they've got the money ready. Okay. So Kobus, you might still get it next week. Yes, Elrich.
Sorry, Rian. I was just thinking about something, man. My Engels is ook nou op, maar okay, ik ga proberen. Look here, if you like for instance me now, I'm 2 weeks in, but I didn't sign up anybody yet. So if the spillovers come, they're gonna fill that spots, but I'm not gonna get the incentives.
No,
If that's correct.
You will.
Okay. Because
Yeah.
like you said, I'm looking for people that will work my business. I'm not looking for people that will sit only there.
Exactly.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. No, good question, Elric. So if a spillover comes into your, let's say your line 1, you will still earn that 10 Rand because it's coming into your business. And whoever comes into your business, whether it's from me or anybody, you will earn 10 Rand. If they use your referral code, then you get that extra 50 Rand. The problem is, let's say they start putting in these people from Aborsa and they start filling up the matrix and it will all go into the one leg. And they start filling up and they only fill up your first line and then it's finished. Now they're waiting for the next take in. You don't know any of these first 10 people. How can you build with them? You can't, right? Because you don't know them.
Yes.
This is what France is saying, get your front line in. So basically what we're saying is build as much as you can. Don't wait for the spillovers because they're not endless. It will end at a point. And then they will keep, well, they, like Aborsa, they've actually signed up with the radio stations and lots of places to get more and more people into their business, into the matrix, right? So they might start with 1,000 people, maybe 10,000, maybe 50,000. I don't know how they're going to do it. But you don't want to get 10 spillovers into your first line and all of a sudden you can't build because you don't know who they are.
Yes.
So get those people in. That's what I say. Don't wait for spillovers. Never, ever wait for a spillover. A spillover is like a bonus. Yeah. But it's not always a blessing.
Yeah. Thank you. Have a blessed day.
Thank you,
See you
Elric.
later.
Thank you. All right.
You.
So Geraldine is saying, what do I do? Because here in the Northern Cape, Kenhardt, is no shops to shop. You have to go 120 kilometers to Uppington to go and shop once a month. So Geraldine, so let's think outside the box a little bit. You are introducing people to this business. All right. So let's say you put your first 10 people in. So you've got $600 that you can spend. But you don't have a Checkers there. You don't have a Pick and Pay. You don't have petrol stations. You hardly got a pub in your town, right? There's only 3 people living there. What do? Well, take a lot. This $600 you've just earned is money because you introduced people to the business. It's money you got over and above what you would have had anyway. Order something from Take-A-Lot, a present, start collecting your Christmas gifts. Order them from Take-A-Lot and pay with your 168 on Take-A-Lot. Take-A-Lot's got a sell box option. Put in and get your Christmas gifts so long delivered over the next few months. You can earn with online shopping. Use Take-A-Lot and they do deliver in your town. And so you can spend your $600. Next week you sign up more people. Use that money. Use Take-A-Lot. Just think outside the box. And then when you go on holiday and you drive through Bloemfontein, I don't know where the hell this is. Where's this? In Uppington. You go through Uppington. They have a ShopRite. Stop there and spend some money. Use your 168. But while you're waiting for the holiday, use Take-A-Lot. There, you can use your Sellbucks money, the referral money that you get, your enrollment rewards. You can use it for your online shopping. So everybody, there's no reason for anybody not to spend with their wallet. You just have to think a little bit outside the box, maybe. Hopefully that helps, Geraldine. Okay. Thanks so much. You're welcome. Links of WhatsApp groups. I don't have them with me, Elise. I'll put out a little document or something because nobody posted them. I didn't see them anyway. I signed up Friday late. I'm going through everything and learning. Can't wait to shop. There you go. I like that, Georgine. Excellent, excellent. WhatsApp group links, please, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have them. Anybody who's got that Voucher Warehouse group link and the Hospital 911 link? So Hospital 911 is if you get stuck with anything, and Voucher Warehouse, obviously Voucher Warehouse. How can I get the recording of this? Just to go through. This recording will be on my YouTube. I will post that link again because that at least I've got. It's not going to be there tonight, so don't try and. You can already go to YouTube. Previous training is there, but for now, there we go. Is that me? Yeah, there's the link. Okay. You can watch the previous trainings. Is there a Telegram bot for Sellbox? No. That was last year, November, when I joined. We used the bot system. It's awful. Don't even try. It doesn't work anymore. I know there's videos that shows you to use it. It's redundant, right? We don't use it. We fund our wallets, and we don't have to create vouchers when you go to the merchants. You use the number, and it's on a reducing balance basis. So yeah, ignore the whole Telegram bot thing. Okay. There you go. You're welcome, Clive. Thank you. Okay. No more questions. Are we done? Cool. Now, let's get out there, fund the wallets. If you're not Capitec, you can fund any time of the day, 24/7. Just make an immediate payment if it's like on a Sunday. Your money will be in your wallet within 15 to 30 minutes. NetBank, just do it whenever you want. Capitec, Monday to Thursday, office hours. And then tomorrow we go spending. It's the last day of the month. Go spending. And I tell you now, if you've got proof and you've got experience, you will promote this so much better to your friends and family. You don't even have to promote. You tell them about this. You show them it's working. Just start using the business yourself. This is the business. It's about paying different. It's not about signing people up. It's about paying different, and then tell people and let them do the same. Okay. All right. Glad that you've learned a lot. I'm Capitec. We'll do it first thing tomorrow morning. There you go, Sisanda. Excellent. All righty. And Sisanda, what you can do is with Capitec, because 10% of Capitec accounts actually do manage to pay into the NetBank, Sellbox NetBank account. You know, the version 1, the first page. You can try and pay into that first page, into that Sellbox NetBank account. If it doesn't work, if you get that big warning, oh, this is not a good account to pay money into, then go to the second page. But I would, if I was Capitec, I would try and see if it actually works with the NetBank Sellbox account, because I know some people are using it and it's working just fine, but majority is not working. So for that, you use the second page. Clive is using Absa, so Absa do a direct instant payment, immediate payment clearance, whatever, and your money is there within 15 to 30 minutes. We'll try NetBank. Yeah, there we go. All right. Cool. Thank you very much for everyone that's been here. Thanks for your time and for the questions and so forth. And bring your people tonight, 7 o'clock Afrikaans webinar, 8 o'clock English. All right. I don't know. Have you guys got the links for tonight? If not, I can drop them in the box here quickly. You should have them. They've been out for a week because I did send it out already early last week, but I will send them again quickly. They can just get them. So if you want to have the Afrikaans webinar, which is this one, let's see, you can just paste it like that. There's the Afrikaans one for tonight, and here is the English one for tonight. Okay, cool. And then we'll see you tonight. Excellent. Have a fantastic evening, and see you tonight. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to send out in the next 10 minutes the link for tomorrow, 12 o'clock, for a webinar tomorrow at 12. No, tomorrow night we're doing in the evening. Tuesday we're doing in the afternoon. Yeah, during the day. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So tomorrow night is just a normal 8 o'clock. I've tried 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the evenings. 8 o'clock seems to work better. 7 o'clock people seems to still have dinner and, you know, put the babies to bed and so forth. So the evenings ones will be at 8 o'clock. The daytime ones seems like 12 o'clock's a good time. So this is what we will do. I put them as like a minute to 12 or 5 to 12, so people know it's 12 in the day and not midnight 12. All right, cool. Okay, have a great day. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you next time. Cheers. Goodbye.